Alright guys, a little bit of a tool review on a couple of things. I do pump pliers and also stuff that I use to tighten up chrome plated either flush armatures or shower heads and stuff like that. Someone was asking me what I use to tighten up chrome stuff. So we'll start with the pump pliers first. I got these pump pliers sent to me from Emmett HVAC. Talon did a video on him this week, and he sent me these pliers. He says that he wants me to try them out, so I will give it a review. Now there's just a couple of different pliers I use. These are the most common ones I use, are the Douglas. Any plumber would have these for the most part up my way. We all use them, but there's different kinds. There's this one here this guy sent me. I'm going to go over it and show you the differences. The Douglas is the very common. Stanley and channel lock are another common one. Now this one over here just got flat teeth. It's got no teeth on it. It's got flat jaws. So I'm just going to put it over here because there's different size Stanleys. The Stanley and the channel lock are basically the same thing as far as I'm concerned. Now for me, I need something that has this type of finish on it inside the plumbing box, because I'm always, using water and whatnot, and my concern with something like this is it's going to rust because it's got a metal finish. So for me, the zinc coated is very important to have. These will rust in a plumber's box because we're always working around water and stuff. And then I also got the Craftsman. There's different size Craftsman, there's different size Stanley, but basically what I look for is something that's going to go over a brass slip knot, because this is what I work a lot on sinks and underneath sinks and stuff, and I need something that can grab, something like this and, tighten it or loosen it type of thing. So we'll do a couple comparisons. Like I said, this has always been my go-to one that I learnt with, and it's just something I was brought up with. But some of them are skinnier than others. So let's see if we could do a little review here. Okay, so as far as this new one this guy sent me, what I like about it's a lot skinnier than the Douglas. Okay. And it's basically the same footprint. I took the weight on them already too. Why don't we go over the weight of them right now? The weight of this one is 10 ounces, 10.5 ounces. The Douglas is 13 ounces. The Stanley and the flat jaws, the Stanley is 12.5. Okay, and the flat jaws is 14. So they're all relatively the same. You start getting up into the bigger sizes, you're going to go 1 pound, 3 ounces. And the Craftsman, which is a little bit bigger, is 1 pound, 10 ounces. Well, you can see the Stanley is quite a bit wider than the Douglas when it's all closed up. Okay, that's another reason why I like the Douglas. The channel lock is going to be the same as the Stanley. See it? Same exact thing, basically. The same exact thing. Same exact pliers. The ends might be a little bit different, but pretty much the same. Same width. Stanley and the Douglas are the same width. Now, as far as opening, when they're all open, let's open them up and let's put them side by side. Let's see what we got here. Now, we open them up all the way. I can get this one to open up as much as a Douglas, but I got to kind of spread it a little bit. But, just have them all the way closed, all the way closed. Douglas will open up a little bit more. I can get them to open up, but I gotta spread them a little bit. But I guess that's about right. They're all about the same. All about the same. Your flat jaws for chrome. Alright, now for me, I'm going to be grabbing a brass nut. That's what my main concern is. So you see how these fit nice on the brass nut? I can grab them. Okay? They're basically, you know, they're serrated, but they're flat jaws. Now I like these new ones that this guy sent me. They're nice. You can see the way the teeth are here. They're not flat. So let's see how it's going to grab. Not so well. It's just going to basically, it's going to be hitting right there. You can see how it's basically just touching right there and right there. So my concern with something like this is that it's going to squish that. It's going to squish that brass. You know, it depends on what you're doing in a round pipe or a round pipe. This might grab a lot better. Let me get a piece of pipe and try it. Pipe here. So, you know, if you're going to be grabbing pipe, which is going to be a common thing, a lot of guys are going to be grabbing with the Douglas. You know, you're basically just going to be hitting right there. This is going to give you a better grip on the top one for sure. See it? It's a nice grip there on it. Nice grip on the top. Decent on the bottom. These would be good for round pipe. You know, I'm liking these new ones. You know, it depends on what you're going to be using it for. And it's a lot skinnier here. These would be good for expansion tanks, taking out expansion tanks as it's tight sometimes. Very good. Alright, we want to talk about for flushometers and stuff. I use this, what they call a Spud Wrench. It's like a pipe wrench, but it's got flat jaws. There's no teeth on them. It won't ruin the chrome. Obviously, I got the flat jaw. No teeth. Pump pliers. Then you got your adjustable wrenches. 10. You know, you guys all know about the wide mouth stuff. We use a lot of these. This is the Craftsman. They got the channel lock wide mouth, which are good. Also got strap wrenches, the rubber ones. I'm not a big fan of the rubber ones. I much rather use strap wrench like this for chrome. If you're going to be using something, you know, these are much better, these strap wrenches for chrome. Well, that's just a little bit of stuff I wanted to go over. I appreciate, you know, Emmett HVAC sending me the pliers. I will definitely use them. And I just wanted to show you guys the difference between the two or three different sets I have. You know, there are more sets out there, but I've always gone with the Douglas. Well, that's the difference. This is the lightest. You know, if you're going to be doing round pipe, this one's got nice, definitely good for grabbing round pipe. This one will work on round pipe. This is more or less for, you know, slip nuts, I'm assuming, stuff like that, because it's got the flat jaws. This one's not going to do so well on, you know, slip nuts. Something that's got a flat surface that you have to grab. You know, but if it's a rounded surface, this thing, on a small rounded surface, this thing will grab nice inside here. If it's half-inch pipe, this is half-inch black. It'll work good. You know, there is another thing that I want to talk about. When I'm putting in a shower arm, you know, where a shower head is, I'll stick this right inside the shower arm. and I'll tighten it up that way. Guys, just a little tech tip: if you want to tighten that up and that's sticking out of the wall, just stick your pliers in there and you get plenty of leverage to tighten it right up. I learned that from a guy years ago, and I've always used it ever since I seen him do it. Tighten that up in the wall. Just use your pliers. Get plenty of leverage that way. That's a little tech tip right there for a shower arm. A lot of plumbers will, I bet you they'll think that's a good tip.